Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below what you want to see in the future, click that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on my post notifications. That way you guys get notified every single time I upload a video. Sorry. In today's video, we're going to go into part 3 of chapter 46 of As Good as Dead, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Ravi would understand that. He had been blinking at his screen right now and then letting out a long breath, the relief physical sensation unraveling inside him, changing the way he sat in his chair, the shape of his bones, the feel of his skin. They were safe, they were free, they were never there. Pip slipped her phone away at the door into the interview room, clattered open, Hawkins walking in back first to push the door, his hands filled with 2 cups. Here. He passed one over to her. Thank you, she said, cupping it between her hands, forcing down a small sip, too bitter, too hot, but she smiled at him, and thanks anyway. Hawkins didn't take a sip. He put his cup down on the table and pushed it away from him, reached out and pressed the button on the tape recorder. Interview commenced. He pulled up his sleeve to glance at his watch, 11:48. He watched Pip for a second, and she watched him. What more did he have to ask her? She explained her call to Epps, and she'd given him her alibi. What else could he need from her? Pip couldn't think. Had she missed something? No, everything had gone to plan. She couldn't have missed something. Don't panic, just sip, listen, and react. But first she had to wipe her hands because Stanley's blood was back. So, Hawkins said suddenly, tapping one hand against the table, this investigation, you're planning to carry on with it? Kind of. See, it's my duty, Pip said. And like you said, once I've started something, I'd like to see it through to the end. Stubborn like that. You know you cannot publicly post anything that would hamper our investigation, he said. Yes, I do know that, and I won't do anything, I don't know anything. Vague theories and background is all I've got at the moment. I've recently learned a lesson about online defamation, so I won't post anything without allegedly or according to the source. And if I do find anything concrete, I'll come to you first anyway. Oh, Hawkins said, well, I appreciate that. So with this podcast, how do you record interviews? Why did he need to know that? Or was this just idle chit-chat while he waited on something? What, for a colleague to look into her alibi? Surely that would take hours. Just the audio software, Pip said. Or if it's a phone call, I have an app that I can do it. And do you use microphones? Say if you're recording someone face-to-face? Yes, Pip nodded. Microphones that I plug into my USB to my laptop. Oh, that's very clear, he said. Pip nodded. Bit more compact than this guy, she said, gesturing her head toward the tape recorder. Yes, Hawkins laughed. Quite. And do you have to wear headphones while you're interviewing someone? Listen through those while you record? Well, Pip said, yes, I put on headphones to start the check to the levels to see whether they are too close to the microphone or their background noise. But I don't usually need to wear them throughout the interview. Oh, I see, he said. And do they need to be specialist headphones for that purposes? My nephew wants to start a podcast, see, and he's got a birthday coming up. Oh, right, Pip smiled. No, mine aren't specialist, just some big noise-canceling ones that I got that go over your ears. And you can use them for everyday use too, Hawkins asked, listening to music or podcasts even. Yeah, I do that, she said, trying to understand the look in Hawkins' eyes. Why were they talking about this? Mine connect to Bluetooth to my phone. Good for music when they're walking or running. Ah, so good for everyday use then. Yep, Pip nodded slowly. Would you say you use them daily? Don't want to get him something he won't use, especially if they're expensive. Yeah, I use them all the time. Ah, great, Hawkins smiled. Do you know what brand yours are? I've had to look on Amazon, and some are ridiculously expensive. Mine are Sony, she said. Hawkins nodded and shifted his eyes almost a flicker. Black, he asked. Yes, Pip said, her voice catching in her throat, and her mind doubled back, trying to understand what was going on here. Why she had a sinking feeling in her gut. What had he realized that she hadn't? A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Hawkins said, running one hand up his sleeve, fidgeting. That's the name of your podcast, isn't it? Yes, good name, he said. It has pizzazz, Pip replied. You know, there's just one thing I wanted to ask you. Hawkins sat back, one hand crawling down toward the outside pocket of his jacket. You said you haven't had any contact with Jason Bell, not since the memorial in April, right? Pip hesitated. Right. A twitch in Hawkins' cheek as he dropped her eyes, glancing down at his fingers as they dug inside his pocket, bulky with something finally noticed. Explain to me then why your headphones, the ones you use on a daily basis, were found inside the home of a murdered man you've had no contact with in months. He pulled something out, a clear bag with a red strip of tape reading evidence, and inside the bag were Pip's headphones, undeniably them, a Good Girl's Guide to Murder sticker Ravi had made for her wrapped around one side. They were hers, found at Jason Bell's house, and Hawkins just had made her admit it on tape. That is the end of chapter 46. We just got some juicy information, and I will see you guys in the next video for chapter 47. Bye!